My grandfather migrated to the United States. You know, he came to the United States when he was 20 years old from a very, poor family in a town called Sarno outside of Naples. And, created, 10 brothers, 10 children. I was like one of his grandchildren. Growing up in the Bronx, very much Neapolitan, because obviously, Italy, it seems, more than anywhere else, everyone is more, identified by the city they're from as much as from, if you ask an Italian, anywhere, where they're from. They won't say Italy, they'll say Milano or whatever. So that idea of place, and, so for me to go back to, it's like basically a thing about your roots. But I was living in Italy for 3 years at the time. We did Go-Go Tales and Mary, and so this film kind of just came about. Some friends that I had there, guys who'd been to prison back, the people I knew, again, myself feeling more at home in Naples, and I don't know, it just was a situation where the film came about. Starting with just the women of Pozzuoli, it was just going to be a simple documentary. I don't know, how long it was going to be, and then it kind of opened up, and we started developing this idea of using narrative scenes, creating, and all of it coming from writers, from people from the city, and everybody from Naples is an actor. It all works. It all works. So that's how it happened. And working in Italy, it's the reason I'm here, because it's, you really, as much as there's a lot of fighting and arguing, you have the support of, the producers and the financiers. Where unlike in America, everyone thinks they're a director. Everybody thinks they can do what they want to do. Here it's a whole other world. It's a real world of making films, when you're making a film, you have to. But it's very uplifting when you have people who support your vision, even if at certain times you don't have them. You know what I mean? Opinion is, that's the great dichotomy. You say, even the one who says he's going to leave is still there. I just saw Roberto Paolo. He's still there, and he could live in Balmoral and think he's living on the hill, but he's still living there, and he's still part of the world, because, there's beautiful sections in Naples, never mind Amalfi, Capri, that's all part of Naples. But that is, because it's 10 minutes away, 20 minutes away, and you're the most beautiful places in the world. So it's a very complex situation. Do you stay? If you feel, if for some reason your antagonism drives you to go. My grandfather left, so, it's a matter of you're in a heart. People, I'm a Cancer, so I stay close to home. Other people want to have the wanderlust, so just have to follow your own heart. We did the documentary at Chelsea Hotel and a documentary on Mulberry Street, so, it's, there's opportunities to shoot where you go and film the people you think you understand, and then to film places that, you're a stranger to. I have a lot of roots there. I have a lot of feeling for me, but obviously I'm an outsider. Coming into the city, I can't speak the language. When you're familiar with the place, there's a place that you call home, but you can only call one place home.
That's New York in your case.
Yeah, in that case, it's New York. It's the Lower East Side. It's like downtown. So that's where I come from. So any other place, I'm just there. But I lived in Rome for 3 years, so it's not like I was living there. I knew my way around. Hey, in the economic world now, you can make a film like this, and where it's obviously you're not paying movie stars and you're not dealing on that level, the economics of the film become the politics. So, we work in a very, independent world, starting with financing. So when, Wall Street, goes bust, you're with these guys, even though you're not. It's funny because the excess of Wall Street is really what pays for a lot of the filmmaking, that we do. So it's kind of a real, kind of, it's a real conflict.